Greetings, my beautiful lovelies. It's Emmy. How are you? It's great to see you and welcome back to my kitchen. Today's video is sponsored by Boxu. Boxu is a subscription service that brings premium Japanese snacks and tea pairings right to your doorstep. This is a wonderful thing, especially in the context of the past couple of years when we haven't been able to travel as much as we like. We can bring a little bit of Japan right to our doorstep. So each month Boxu features a new theme. This month's theme is this one. This is the limited edition Sakura season. It celebrates Hanami, which is the cherry blossom viewing in which people go under the blossoming sakura or cherry blossom trees and picnic, share food, and just enjoy the splendor of spring. So each box comes with a lovely little pamphlet. It includes information about all of the snacks, where they come from, a little bit of background about each little snack. My kids really enjoy whenever I get a Boxu because we open the box and then we get to taste everything. It's so much fun. Look at this beauty. It's a jelly. Let's give that a taste. Look at that. Alrighty, here we go. Itadakimasu. That's lovely. The jelly is cool, smooth, and the flour itself is a little bit tangy, very pleasant, slightly sweet, and just kind of perfumed with a nice floral scent. So if you'd like to have your own Sakura celebration, click the link down below and use my code Emmy to receive $15 off your order. Big thanks to Boxu for sponsoring this video and for allowing me to make better content for all of you. So today I'm going to be testing out a recipe with ingredients that are very familiar. But I think what is interesting about it is the technique. We are going to be making a grated egg avocado toast. So this got very popular on the TikToks and credit is given to Healthyish Foods. So this is nothing new. The French have been grating hard-boiled eggs. You can find this in Russia in a dish called shuba. You grate the eggs so it looks nice and fluffy like a fur coat. But I have never grated a hard-boiled egg. And I want to know what that sensation is like. And I want to know what that sensation is like in my mouth and how that potentially could change the experience of a hard-boiled egg. I love hard-boiled eggs. I love avocado toast, so I think this is going to be delicious. It's more for me about the experience of those textures. And really, if I'm honest, I want to know what it is to grate an egg as if I'm grating cheese. So let's go ahead and get started. So I've got a loaf of bread here. Any kind of bread will do. We just want to make toast. So I'm going to slice my bread. Trying to get a bigger slice here, but my bread today is a little bit thin. So I've got a piece of toast here. I'm going to put it in the toaster. And now we're going to grab our eggs and condiments. So the original recipe by Healthyish Foods suggests putting a combination of sriracha and mayo. Mayo I'm going to use for the entire piece of toast, but the other things I like with my eggs or my avocado toast when I have it, because I love it, are Marmite. I particularly like the Sanitarium brand, and wasabi. These two things I just really, really love with my avocado toast. Sometimes I put a little butter, either one of these things, a little bit of soy sauce with my wasabi, really love that. So I'm gonna try the sriracha, but I'm also gonna try these two on the same piece of toast, just so I can have a little comparison. I've already boiled my eggs. I made multiple because my children love hard-boiled eggs. My favorite technique for boiling eggs is to bring the water up to a boil first, then plunge the eggs into there and boil them for, usually I do about 7.5 minutes because I like my egg yolks to be a little bit kind of gelled. But since I wanted hard boiled, I did 8 minutes and 30 seconds just to make sure. Take them out, put them in some ice water, cold water, let them cool off, and the shells should come off nice and easy. A lot of people have suggested that I steam my eggs, or I've even heard of air frying eggs to hard boil them to get the peels to come off quickly, but I'm very happy with this technique. And I think all of these techniques use a similar idea of using very hot heat to place the egg in, which causes the egg to cook and the proteins to contract and pull it away from the shell on the inside, which makes it for very easy peeling. I've also heard of a technique of using a spoon to scoop out your egg, and I've never tried it, so let's do it. So using the, oh my gosh, yes, the spoon technique. I like, okay, That was really fast. I thought it would gouge the egg or leave some Okay. Sold. Totally sold. Whoop, whoop. So I'm just going to score it like so, like that, as Miss Tabitha Brown would say. Take that same spoon and I'm going to do this. All right, so I have all the ingredients. We're going to take our piece of toast here and we're going to add some Kewpie mayo. This is Japanese mayo, but I think any mayo will do. This has a little eggier flavor and it's just really, really tasty. So I'm going to add some mayonnaise to the toast. So in Sarah's video, she puts the sriracha on top in 3 dots. I'm going to opt to put it on the bottom because I want to really show off the fluffy egg. So I like a good amount of sriracha. So I'm going to do 3 different flavors here. Oh my gosh, can you hear my chicken? I have 2 chickens. They're talking to each other. One's under my studio and the other one's someplace else. What's going on? Amazing. Okay, don't mind the chickens. I'm going to also use some Marmite for the middle portion. Marmite is a yeast extract. I believe it's from the dregs of the beer processing process. It's delicious. It's very, very salty. And the trick to using Marmite is just using the littlest bit of it, just scraping it on. Just a tiny bit. My kids love this too. On our avocado toast, this is what we do all the time. Just this little scraping of Marmite. This is Sanitarium brand. This comes from New Zealand. And then for the last section, I'm going to use some just wasabi. This, for example, is not real wasabi. This is made from horseradish that's dyed green. But I love it. It has a very kind of spiciness to it that's different than chili. And it kind of has this kind of sinus opening reaction. But besides that, it tastes really good. So I'm going to smear some of that onto there. So we have a little trifecta of flavors. Wasabi, Marmite, sriracha. Next, I'm going to scoop out my avocado, fan a bit of this onto my toast. Now for the fun part. We take our hard-boiled egg and we're going to grate it onto the toast. So I think the key and I think the most attractive part of this recipe is the fluffy grated shreds of egg. It almost looks like cheese. And I think to really achieve this beautifully, you gotta have the right kind of grater. This is a microplane grater. I believe the story goes this is actually a tool from the garage. It was actually a rasp, wood rasp for shaping and scraping at wood, but it does a beautiful job for cheese and apparently hard-boiled eggs. So let's do this. Here we go. Oh yeah, it works beautifully. Oh my gosh, can you see it pooping out? Okay, I'm gonna see if we can see how it comes out. It shaves it, but it's kind of a wet shave. It is kind of like grating cheese, but much softer and more kind of gelled. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. But it's just an egg. Sarah does say that this works best if your egg is cold. My piece of toast is rather small, so I used almost 1 egg, but look at that. Isn't that beautiful? This is my 8.5-minute egg, and it's a little bit gelled still in the middle. That's how I love my hard-boiled eggs, but it's not the best for grating. So for this, I would say go ahead and boil your egg for a full 9 to 10 minutes if you want to make this whole grating process easier. There's our avocado toast piled, mounted up high with grated hard-boiled egg. All right, let's give this a taste. Let's try the sriracha side first. Itadakimasu. Scrum-diddly-umptious. Really, really good. I love sriracha on my eggs. I just don't usually pair it with hard-boiled eggs. Delicious. The mayo works really well. Of course, you got the sriracha, so you've got this kind of spicy mayo thing going on, which is familiar. You've got avocado, which is rich and creamy. And then you've got this really fluffy egg on top. which gives you the presence and the flavor of a hard-boiled egg, but a completely different texture than to my normal associations with a hard-boiled egg. I'm used to biting into it. I'm used to that kind of soft, rubbery texture of the egg white, which I love, and the creamy richness of the egg yolk combined together. But this is different. This is light and fluffy. It's more about a flavor and just the beauty of a shredded white and yellow egg on top. Lovely. Now we're getting into Marmite world. This is delicious too. Marmite has a really great flavor to it. It's kind of soy saucy. It's very salty, so you just need the tiniest little amount, but it's got this really great complexity to it. But I love it. And now that's where we're entering. And along with that, cracked black pepper is so good. Now, sriracha has a very particular flavor profile. It's garlicky, it's got some heat, a little bit of vinegar in there. And so I'm not always in the mood for that. But generally speaking, I'm always in the mood for Marmite. I love that, the salty, yeasty. When I say yeasty, it makes it sound kind of barnyardy, but it's not. It's more like a soy saucy, really flavorful, complex, savory, yummy, 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 yummy. And to me, it goes really, really well with avocado. Now on this side, we have the wasabi. So I'm gonna turn this around and have that. Here we go. So very good. And that too, like the sriracha, pairs really, really well with mayo, particularly the Kewpie mayo. Classic combination, so stinking good, giving you this really pleasant kind of sinusy flair and delicious horseradishy wasabi flavor. Delicious. I do have to say that shredding the egg makes for a little bit of a messy kind of eating experience, but if you were to eat this with a fork and a knife, you could eliminate that. I think what this is really about for me is presentation and just the experience of having a hard-boiled egg kind of reinvented and delivering that lovely egg flavor in a way that is novel and perhaps new. And it just looks really lovely too. And it tastes really good. So there you have it, my lovelies, the grated egg avocado toast. Totally, absolutely scrumdiddly. I definitely recommend the mayo, even if you're kind of skeptical about it. I think it works really well, both for the avocado and the egg. It has kind of that egg salad flavor. It just works really well. Alrighty, my lovelies, thanks so much for watching, and big thanks to Boxu for sponsoring this video. If you'd like to try Boxu for yourself, click the link down below and use my code Emmy to receive $15 off your order. Thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed that one. I hope you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media, like this video, subscribe, and I shall see you in the next one. Toodaloo, take care, bye! Egg burp.